You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Smirnoff knows there's no I in football. Football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together with good drinks and good people. Smirnoff is the world's #1 vodka and is an official vodka partner of the NFL. And this year, Smirnoff is giving fans in select areas of the country a chance to win the ultimate game day experience. From tickets to sideline passes and much more, just head to WeDoGameDays.com until November 15, 2024 to enter for your chance to win. That's WeDoGameDays.com. Smirnoff, we do game days.
Please drink responsibly. Smirnoff number 21 vodka, distilled from grain, 40% alcohol by volume. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Please do not share with anyone under legal drinking age. No purchase necessary. 21 plus. Ends November 15, 2024. See rules at website for participating area and other important details. Sponsored by Diageo Americas Inc., New York, New York.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. If you're a smoker or dipper looking to make a change, you really only need one reason to do it. But with Zyn nicotine pouches, you can find many. Zyn is America's #1 nicotine pouch. It's made with only 6 simple ingredients. There are lots of options when it comes to nicotine satisfaction, but there's only one Zyn. Learn more about Zyn and find your reason to make a change by registering online at Zyn.com.
At Sierra, discover joyous deals on great gifts for everyone on your list. Like cozy slippers, ski gear, fishing poles, bikes, large kayaks, even larger canoes. Whew, which might lead to another discovery. Wrapping gifts is the only sport you need to stay fit this season. 'Tis the season to discover great gifts at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
At the Home Depot, the holidays have arrived.
And so is all my family, so I'm working on keeping up with the laundry.
The Home Depot is here to help with Black Friday savings up to 40% off select appliances. Spend less time doing laundry with smart, efficient appliances from Samsung, ranked #1 in customer satisfaction.
Perfect. Less laundry time means more family time.
Get Black Friday savings now with free delivery and financing on select appliances at the Home Depot. Visit jdpower.com/awards for more details. Offer valid November 6th through December 4th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
God bless football, Billy Gill.
God bless football, Mikey A.
God bless football, Stugotz.
It was an exciting week. We are live here in Scottsdale, Arizona at the DraftKings Sportsbook, courtesy of our friends at Smirnoff. It was a great weekend of football, except for the 4 o'clock games. We'll get to those in just a second. But the 1 o'clock.
They were fine. 4 o'clock's Bird Gang.
Stop it.
Really?
Yeah.
Doing the Bird Gang? You're still doing that?
Big one for the Bird Gang.
Okay, but all the Cardinal fans left. You're still doing the Bird Gang thing?
What do you mean? All the Cardinals fans left. There's still one right here. Bird Gang.
Cardinals are good, huh?
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you all season. You guys wouldn't listen.
Where's your Bears hat?
What?
Where's your Dolphin lid?
What? They played tonight. Dolphins, big one.
Oh, yes.
I'm nervous.
Why?
The BBBBBB?
Yes, the BBBBBBs today is going to feature the Dolphins, and I don't like betting on my own teams, and I don't like my team playing on Monday Night Football. That's a whole other thing, but we'll get to that BBBBBs later.
But what are you nervous about? Just the picks or the game in general? Because the Dolphins are playing a very hot Rams team who's getting healthy. What are you nervous about?
We'll get to that later.
Okay,
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the Dolphins. I don't like having to wait around on a Monday to watch it. It's just a whole thing, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah. I understand.
By the way, we had bonus BBBBBs.
Yeah, we did. You did well.
During the live show that we did just here.
You were 2-1.
2-1.
3
I was
yards.
off by 3 yards.
3 yards from a 3-0.
Hate it.
Yeah.
Hate it. But I'll take it. 27-13 on the year.
In a small way, you were rooting for Breece Hall. You needed like 4 yards, whatever it was.
Yeah,
and you experienced for a minute what it was like to be a Jet fan.
Getting let down despite being so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy.
Yeah.
We had a little skirmish on the sidelines.
A little incident?
Yes.
Yeah. What is that about?
It's the rare skirmish for a team that won the football game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't think that sometimes you have like these skirmishes and you have like these little dust-ups and then like it galvanizes the team and they all come together. I don't know that that's necessarily how it goes when one teammate chokes the other one on the sideline.
It was interesting. So it was in the San Francisco game, San Francisco and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Bucs have lost 4 straight now. And I think they've lost those 4 games by a combined like 20 points. They're in every football game. They don't win all of them, but Baker Mayfield has them in. Just about every game.
I don't know how, by the way, with how injured they are. He has no weapons. He has
Mike
Evans,
Evans,
and that's it.
Well, Mike Evans is hurt, but you're right.
So is Chris Godwin.
Yeah,
Godwin's hurt.
Yeah.
But anyway, Moody, the kicker for San Francisco, came off the field after missing his 3rd field goal of the day. And who was there to greet him? Deebo Samuel. And not greet him like with anything positive.
Like, we got you. Go back out there. You got the next
your back,
one.
right? You got the next
Thanks
one.
so much.
This was getting in the kicker's face. So much so that the long snapper had to get between Deebo Samuel and Moody the kicker. Now, I keep calling him Moody the kicker because I don't know his first name.
Yeah.
Jake Moody, thank you very much. So Deebo was there to greet him in a foul Moody as he came off the field. So I'm going to keep making that joke, Billy, whether you like it or not.
Terrible.
He was in a foul Moody, and he picked on a kicker. And I got news for you. Minutes later, after that skirmish, after choking the long snapper, all of them together celebrated a game-winning field goal by Moody. And so you might say maybe Deebo delivered the message that needed to be delivered and got the job done. I say no. Pick on someone your own size, and Deebo should not have celebrated what Moody did at the end of the game, which was win the game for San Francisco.
So are we supposed to believe now that the long snapper-kicker relationship is the same as, like, the left tackle quarterback? Like, you don't go after my guy? Like, is that a thing?
You don't go after a kicker.
Well, no, because it's they're tiny. They're not.
Is weird.
Like, go after Sebastian Janikowski, then we'll talk.
This should come as no surprise to either of you, but I obviously had Moody in fantasy. Not in our weekly fantasy contest presented by Smirnoff, the world's #1 vodka. If you want to participate, you can do so by going to dkng.co/Smirnoff. No. This was my regular fantasy league, not my weekly one. And Moody has been on my IR for weeks now. I don't know why I decided to stash a kicker on my IR, but I did.
Well, because it opens up a roster spot. That's why you did it. You get a free pickup.
Yeah, but honestly, I could just add and drop kickers as it goes. It doesn't matter. But obviously, I had Moody on my fantasy team this week.
You're in a bad Moody, huh?
I activated him this morning. I was like, okay, here we go, back on track. Because the past couple weeks, I've just had no kicker. I was like, all right, we're back on track. We're good now. But no, we're not good.
How do you feel about Deebo, who hasn't played in a couple of weeks because he's been injured, going after a kicker?
They
won. A kicker who was injured and just came back.
A kicker who was injured just came back and then eventually won them the game. Now, if you're Deebo, you take credit for it. You have to.
Do you?
Yeah, I think you do.
Imagine a kicker going up to Deebo and being like, catch the ball, man.
Yeah.
Right. Can you imagine that?
Deebo came out and just said, like, yeah, everything's fine, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, Deebo thinks everything. It's the kicker, right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
The problem is the long snapper. That guy's big. He's big, Bill.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, not bigger than Deebo.
But, I mean, just in general, how do you feel about a guy like Deebo Samuel getting on a kicker? Because, I mean, I guess, listen, he's part of the team. But to Mikey A's point, that kicker would never dare tell Deebo Samuel how to do his job. Ever.
I would very likely not go after him if I was a kicker.
Yeah.
You would not?
No.
Yeah,
but also, if I was
that's
Deebo, I'd probably be annoyed if the kickers missed 3 field goals and cost us the game, even though they won the game.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. Someone had to say it. Is that what you're saying?
Deebo volunteered.
Yeah, I understand. I understand why it was said. Hey, the Chiefs are still undefeated.
I mean, Deebo had 5 catches for 62 yards, so, I mean.
How many drops?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
That's the ones you got to pay attention to.
3 rushes for 14 yards. He had 14 more yards rushing than the kicker. So, anyway. What were you saying? The Chiefs?
Chiefs are undefeated. Yeah. Good day for Chiefs Kingdom. Hey, I forgot we were part of Chiefs Kingdom also.
I still get emails from the Chiefs. You know that?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, with ticket offers, with everything. It's only because I downloaded the ticket the night we went to Arrowhead Stadium.
Hey, you know what occurred to me?
What?
So we're now 3-0 when we go on this little tour. We were in Kansas City. The Chiefs won. We were in Chicago.
Yes.
The Bears won.
Right.
Here we were in Arizona, and the Cardinals won. Dang it.
Yes.
Remind me when the next one is and who they're playing.
Yeah.
Next one is in Miami.
And who they playing?
Oh, they're playing the Jets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's another
Are
one.
you guys coming down for that one?
No.
Come down. Come on. It'll be fun.
I'm going to New York.
We'll talk.
December in Miami.
I know. I live there.
Air's gonna be crisp.
You asked me if I was coming down.
No,
for
I'm
that.
asking Mikey.
Don't
A,
you have just as long as commute as I would?
Yeah, I'm asking you if you're coming because I also
Yours is
don't
shorter.
know. And it's a trek for you as well.
Yes, it is.
Dolphin Mall.
Yes, it is. So some interesting games. You had the Steelers, man. The Steelers with Russell Wilson beating the Commanders by a single point. And then we'll get to Caleb Williams in a second because the Bears are looking at everything. Matt Eberflus said we're going to look at everything top to bottom. I suggest you take a look in the mirror, and I suggest it doesn't matter what you look at. You're not going to be the head coach next year. But the Steelers are interesting to me because –
Why did they keep Eberflus? I know that's not where you're going. Why did they keep him?
So it's interesting because, Billy, they got rid of all their coordinators last year, if you remember, and replaced them. And it was odd to keep the head coach and fire all the guys that he hired to be his coordinators. Especially when you consider that 2 years ago, Jim Harbaugh wanted that job.
But you also know you're going to draft your franchise quarterback. Why would they give that to a coach that they don't have any faith in?
But that's what they do. If you go back to Mitch Trubisky and then Justin Fields and now Caleb Williams, they hold a coach over for one more year, give him the rookie quarterback, and then when it doesn't work, they fire the coach and then they go to the quarterback in his second year. Here's a whole new system.
Yeah, they're not,
why can't he fix it?
Exactly. They're not doing him any favors.
They're not. No, it's a bad situation for him. He's going to be on his second head coach next year in 2 years, and that's not good for a rookie quarterback. With Jaden Daniels, it's interesting. The Bears have to be feeling miserable today. They just do. Well, I mean, they do. You have the number one overall pick, and everyone's saying it's such a great quarterback draft, and it looks like it's going to be a great quarterback draft, yet they took the wrong one, and they had the first selection.
It's still early. I mean, I'm not ready to give up on Caleb. Are you?
I'm not. I'm certainly not sold on Caleb. Am I ready to give up on him? No, but it's pretty obvious that Jaden Daniels is good. Bo Nix is a lot better than people expected him to be.
Mm-hmm.
And Drake May.
Maybe okay.
I know, but Billy, I'll take whatever upside there over whatever it is with Caleb Williams.
What?
There's still upside. Caleb has started every game. He hasn't played that well.
He has weapons. He has 3 receivers that Drake May would kill for.
Yeah.
That any team would. Any team would.
I'm not ready to give up on Caleb.
I'm not saying I'm ready to give up on Caleb.
I'm so ready to bear down.
I'm just talking about the feeling Chicago must have of here are 5 quarterbacks. You get to pick the first one, and I think if they had to do it again, knowing what they know now, Caleb would not be the first quarterback selected. They would take Jaden over. They would definitely take Jaden over Caleb Williams.
They're also in a really tough division, right? Not to make excuses for them.
Yeah, but they lost to a really bad opponent today.
Well,
at home.
That too.
At home. Yeah. At home.
Yeah.
By 16 points. He put up 3 points at home against the Patriots.
Well, he put up 0 points. He didn't kick that field goal.
You're right.
Debo might have something to say about that.
It'd be great if they missed the field goal. Caleb was mad at the kicker.
We were joking while the game was going on when it was the 49ers and the Buccaneers. How we were saying how Baker's going to be out there and Baker's going to keep going for it no matter what. They're not settling for a field goal. They winded up settling for a field goal and then lost on a field goal. But we were saying if they're kicking a field goal, Baker's kicking that field goal. Baker's not letting someone else get this ball. Baker will kick that field goal if that's what we're doing.
Over his dead body.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what he doesn't do, though? He doesn't threaten the kicker when he comes off the field.
No.
That's not Baker. Baker doesn't do that.
Baker, in these losses, I think has still been pretty impressive.
He's been great.
With what he's had to work with.
He's been great.
Yeah.
If I look at the stats, I'm certain he's leading the NFL in touchdown passes.
Yeah, keep your head up, big dog, if you're listening.
Why do you keep doing that? I'm checking out Baker right now.
By the way, in terms of the Steelers and the Commanders game that we were just talking about.
Yeah, and by the way, Baker has 23 touchdowns. Burrow and Lamar Jackson have 24. Sorry.
The Steelers are making it harder and harder to question whether or not they're good.
They're good.
It's because you keep saying I don't know if they're actually that good or not, but they just keep winning.
They do keep winning. They're well coached. They're well prepared. They're good, Billy.
I don't know how far they're going to go in the playoffs. Should they make the playoffs? But they're not going to have a losing season, obviously.
Are they going to win the division? They haven't played the Ravens yet, I don't believe.
They're a half game up on the Ravens. Ravens had a bye week.
No, I don't think they're going to win the division.
So they're 7-2. Ravens are 7-3. Bengals at 4-6. I take that back. The Ravens played Cincinnati on Thursday.
They play the Ravens next week.
I'm just checking out the Steelers because I think defensively they might be the best defensive team in the NFL. The Steelers are good. I know what you're saying because typically with the Steelers, at least, the last few years under Tomlin, it's been like 9-8. They wheeze into the playoffs, and then someone blows them out on wild card weekend.
Yeah.
I think this team is different if that's where you're headed, because I think this team is actually good.
They play the Ravens this week, so it'll be a test. I think that we saw and it's going to sound ridiculous, but it's not. I think we saw with Russell Wilson in the play where he got them to jump off sides and clinch the game.
Right.
And again, this sounds stupid to say out loud, but that's why you have Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Justin Fields doesn't get that offside.
I don't think so. I honestly don't.
That was a cagey vet move.
I do think so.
Russell Wilson knows how to draw people offside. It's why we got Aaron Rodgers, Mikey.
It's the most human he looked, by the way. Like him dancing when he was celebrating them drawing someone offside. It's like, wow.
It was real.
This is the guy that signed subs.
Yeah. You're right. The Steelers, by the way, have the second best defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
I want you to think about that. They're giving up 16 points a game, and now Russell Wilson's their quarterback, and they're playing much better offensively. The Steelers are good, Billy.
Hey, you know
16
what?
points a game.
You're
telling Russ, go out and score 17 and we win.
Russell Wilson can get you 17 points in a game.
That Justin Fields cannot. Occasionally.
He can get you 15.
Consistently.
Yeah.
But Russell can get you 17, and those 2 points are everything.
Yeah.
Difference between winning and losing.
Yeah.
So are the Steelers good? Yes. I feel pretty confident.
It's hard to say that you don't know. They just keep winning. I mean, I want to say I don't know, but they keep winning.
Yep.
I still hope they get the Saturday afternoon first playoff game. The one that nobody watches.
Yeah.
The Saturday 4 o'clock game.
Yeah, that's the whatever that one is. That's the one I hope they get.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get it. I think they might get a bye. I mean,
they have one team gets a bye.
They have Baltimore at home coming up next.
Get a bye? Crazy.
What do you mean?
Chiefs are 9-0.
Steelers are going to get a bye.
Oh, yeah, only one team gets the bye. You're
When
right.
we come back, guys, when we come back.
I don't know. The Chiefs.
When we come back, winners and losers.
Oh, wow. I got a good one.
I got a loser.
I got a winner.
I got a loser.
This episode of the Day in Batard Show with Stugotz is sponsored by Liquid IV. When I go to the gym, Liquid IV is with me, just like my driver's license and my car key and my phone. Whether you forget to take a sip of water during your office holiday party or start feeling parched after a long day of traveling or hosting, keep Liquid IV on hand to stay hydrated throughout the holidays. With convenient packets of the Hydration Multiplier or the Sugar-Free Hydration Multiplier, you get 8 vitamins and nutrients, 3 times the electrolytes as the leading sports drink, and no artificial sweeteners. I can tell you personally that Liquid IV is a must-have if you sweat often. True to fruit flavors that keep you hydrated. Find all your favorite Hydration Multiplier flavors on their website, from acai berry to lemon lime to pina colada, or choose from the line of sugar-free flavors like raspberry melon, green grape, and what I have right now, white peach. Tear, pour, live more. One stick plus 16 ounces of water hydrates you better than water alone. Stay hydrated through the holidays with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order at Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code DAN at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code DAN at liquidiv.com.
And we're back.
We are.
I like doing this outside. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I can tell because you stretched that out.
Yeah. I was playing it up to you guys a little bit,
I enjoyed it.
I like the energy here.
You do.
Yeah. Should we go back? I mean, do I love Arizona?
You do.
I mean, they have my favorite football team, the Bird Gang. So.
Are you asking me if you love Arizona?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Only you can answer it.
Figure it out.
Well, do you love Arizona?
It's nice out today. You know what? I probably wouldn't like the summers. I don't want it to be hot.
Well, it's like Miami.
Yeah. Well, no, it's worse. It's like 115 degrees here.
I know, but
like 100 days straight. Yeah.
But it's a dry heat.
Hey, how about this? I like Arizona early November. It's great.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But just early November?
Well, I don't want it to get too cold either. It was a little bit cold this morning, but we're not.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time for a segment that I like to call Winners and Losers,
Wow.
presented by Smirnoff, the world's #1 vodka. Please drink responsibly. Winner, Arizona. Just
for having us?
Just the state, yeah. No, just for being great.
It is pretty great.
Cactuses, huh? Cacti.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I saw purple ones. I didn't know there was purple cacti. Did you?
I did. Everyone
Did you?
knew. What do you mean? Who knew?
Who knew?
Arizona cactus. What do you? It's the first thing you'd think
That was
of.
a good question
I'll
by
tell
him.
you,
Who knew?
But everyone knew.
The whole crew that came out here, we all went out to lunch. Everybody was running to take a picture of a cactus because it looked like it had boobies.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
They called it the booby cactus.
who
Huh.
did? The people that you had lunch with?
Yeah, everybody.
I haven't seen a picture. Do you have a picture? Did you take a picture?
I didn't take that
Well, you're
picture.
married.
So
yeah,
you had a
take
bunch of
pictures, booby
people,
cactuses.
and the best name, the funniest name you can come up with is Booby Cactus.
Well-
so you had
Well,
lunch with a bunch of unfunny people.
The
What are you gonna
cactus
do?
looked like it had boobies.
In fairness, you haven't seen the cactus yet.
You're right. You're right. But in fairness,
haven't
I'm
either.
certain I come up with a funnier name than Booby Cactus.
Did you see the cactus?
I did not.
Because there might have just been a
You're
booby
right.
cactus.
I apologize to all the people I just said weren't funny.
Can I give you an early winner for
Yes,
winners
please.
and losers?
Yes. Well, Arizona, I thought was a winner.
They are, yeah.
Okay.
But
All right.
if we're gonna get back on track slightly,
Yes.
winner
Yeah.
Germany.
Really?
Yeah, you know why Germany won?
Why?
Sure, some people will say, "Wow, what a terrible game that was between the Giants and the Panthers," but I say no. Free football. They got an overtime game. It lasted about 4 seconds because Giants immediately fumbled the ball, and then the Panthers just kind of ran it 3 times, and then boom, field goal, game over. But bonus football.
That leads me to my loser.
Okay.
Germany.
Oh. Why?
For getting bonus football that they didn't want, courtesy of Carolina and the New York Giants.
Yeah.
Having to watch more of it.
We are so sorry, Germany. I mean,
Did you see that Roger Goodell said before the game that he anticipates 8 international games next year?
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mentioned Spain in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Spain.
I think
huh?
the Dolphins might be playing in Spain.
That wouldn't surprise me.
They have like a thing where the teams are like assigned different countries, and I believe theirs is Spain, and they already told their season ticket holders, you're losing a game next year. It's going to be international. And now he said Spain, so I think the Dolphins are going to Spain. I already have had early conversations about going to Spain to see a Dolphins game.
Really?
Yeah, we'll see if it happens.
Wow.
It's a long
Breaking
flight.
news,
It's
huh?
a long flight. Yeah, for those
Who'd you
of
have these early conversations with?
my wife, that's who I have to get to approve things. Yeah.
There's
I said,
nothing
well, she has
official.
an uncle that lives in Spain, so I'm like, hey, you want to go to Spain next year? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, to see the Dolphins? And she's like, sure.
Yeah.
GBF on the road.
Ooh.
Expense that. I mean,
Yeah.
God bless football.
the rare expense trip to Spain.
I'm excited about this. Anyways, do you guys have winners or losers?
I just gave you my loser, Germany.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you a loser. The 4 o'clock slate yesterday.
Oh, my God.
The 4 o'clock
Oh,
slate
my God.
yesterday
Yes.
was some of the worst football. 3 games, and they were all terrible.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Listen, those 3 games were decided by a combined 77 points or something like that.
And it wasn't that close. It wasn't.
No.
The Titans scored a touchdown in like the last minute to make the closest game of the 3.
Yes.
27-17.
So yesterday we spent, a good portion of the day mocking just how bad that game was. The Chargers-Titans game
Best
turned out to
one.
be the best game in the
Yeah,
4
best
o'clock
one of the
slot.
bunch.
Yeah. Are the Chargers good? They have the best defense in the NFL. You know that?
They're sneaky good at 6
I
and
know.
3.
Harbaugh's such a good coach, man.
Yeah.
He just is.
He's going to run the ball. He's going to play defense.
And he's going to win.
And
he's going to
Justin
win.
Herbert is a good quarterback when you need 3rd and 4.
He's a good quarterback, Mike.
Yeah.
Like he had a good game yesterday, Justin Herbert. I guess.
I have a loser for you guys.
He was 14 of 18. I mean, you're right. They're going to run the ball.
They're gonna
to stop the run, and Herbert's going to go he's going to turn Herbert into Alex Smith. Unbelievable.
I have a loser for you guys. It's kind of mean. I don't want it to be mean. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Okay.
But you guys were kind of losers yesterday with the Jets game. Is that what it's like every time you watch a Jets game?
Yes.
Gosh, it wasn't even fun.
No.
There was nothing
you
fun
guys,
about
no,
that.
you guys weren't even fun. Like
No,
losers.
you know what? I got to be
Excuse
honest.
me?
I prefer that they get blown out the way they got blown out
Really?
yesterday. Yeah, because usually what happens is the game, it's late in the 4th quarter, and I'm sticking around, I'm watching, I'm emotional. The Jets have a chance, they have a chance, and they'll blow it. And they'll blow it in a way that I've never seen them blow it before, which is amazing considering that they've blown games in every conceivable way imaginable. But that's why. So I just rather it be over and over early. You
That
know?
game did not rip my heart out. That game was depressing to watch, and had we not been, doing the show that we did, I might have turned it off.
Huh.
I might have turned that.
Watch Chargers,
But there was
Titans.
no hope in that game. There was no hope. There was no moment where I'm like, the Jets might be able to pull this one off.
I think that the Cardinals and Kyler Murray went down the field the first 3 drives and scored touchdowns. So it was like 21-3 right away or something.
And the only thing that stopped them the 4th time was halftime. So they kicked the field goal to make it 24.
Yeah.
I have a winner.
Okay.
The Eagles. Nick Sirianni.
Oh.
They blow out Dallas. I know Dak's not there, but they blow out Dallas on the road. They're a really good team. Nick Sirianni's a big winner. Like, everyone is calling for his job, and that guy just keeps winning football games. Like, he's laughing at everyone.
Do you believe in the Eagles?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the NFC, yeah. You don't?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them.
Like, who do you feel good about in the NFC?
I mean,
the NFC,
the Lions.
The Lions. Yeah, the Lions. Could the Eagles beat the Lions in Detroit? Playoff game? Could I see that happening? Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
I could. No? It's so interesting with Sirianni because he's been the Eagle. This is his 4th year. First 3 years, made it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
1 year went to the Super Bowl. He was a couple of points away from beating Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And yet he is criticized on a weekly basis. And they keep winning football games.
Well, I mean, he kind of brings it on himself.
Well, he goes for it a lot, and he's a
well,
nut.
no, and
he's crazy.
He likes arguing with his own fans.
I know,
like
but
he's kind of a crazy
But to me, that's a match made in heaven. Like the Eagles having a coach that is willing to engage the fans that's their guy. They should embrace him.
Yeah,
they should.
Who's got it worse while being a good coach?
I like this game. Who's got it worse?
Ryan Day or Nick Sirianni?
Nick Sirianni.
Both guys.
That's a great question.
Both guys have fans of their own team calling for their replacement, yet all they do is win, except maybe haven't won the big one.
Well, no,
yet.
the big difference with Ryan Day is he's not beating Michigan. That's the problem. It'd be like Nick Sirianni never beating the Cowboys.
He's going to do it this year.
Or never beating the Giants, or never beating the Commanders.
If he doesn't,
he deserves to be out.
Ryan Day, I don't like Ohio State, but if you lose to Michigan this year, you deserve it.
How about this?
Yep.
Winner, just based on this conversation.
Yeah.
Ryan Day.
Yeah.
He survived a very bad weekend in college football. Winner, Georgia Tech.
Yeah. Yep.
Loser Miami?
Loser Miami.
The entire sit
Yeah.
considering?
Oh my God!
Inter Miami?
Did you guys see that every Division I football team in Florida, Division I football team in Florida
They lost?
this weekend?
Gators to Texas.
The only ones that didn't was FIU. They were off, but everyone else.
FSU, since they went to they didn't make it to the playoff, but they haven't stopped losing.
Man, I don't know what's going
They
on.
fired
there.
three assistants. Like, that's going to fix it.
That's not the problem.
Mike Norvell should spell his last name with 9 L's.
Yeah.
Norvell.
Make that joke
every single week. Every week.
I'm going to make it again.
He's going to make it next week.
No,
Mike Norvell needs
I'm going to make it again this week.
Mike Norvell needs to stop giving him an opportunity to make the joke.
I have a winner, college football style. Indiana.
Indiana.
I know it was Michigan. Michigan's not very good, but you know what?
That's
Indiana
a good win.
beat Michigan. They beat Michigan.
It happened.
It happened. Indiana beating Michigan.
I'm happy for Indiana. I hope they keep going, but
Mikey A, you have been a football fan. We've all been football fans for a long time, but I think you and I are closer. We're the same age.
Ouch.
What?
I mean, how old are you, Mikey?
I'm under 40.
Okay. You're an old 38.
39.
We're the same age.
We're the same age. I'm 3 decades younger than you.
My larger point was, did you ever imagine a day where we would be talking about Indiana in the college football playoff? Young 39, my God.
39.
Answer my question.
I can't. I'm still thinking about how you and I are the same age.
Listen,
I did not think we would be talking about Indiana as a team in a college football playoff.
Right. You know I like to lie about my age, though, right?
No one thinks you're 39. Not a
Nobody
person
thinks.
on earth thinks you're 39. In case there's any question there, there's not a one that thinks you're 39. So when you said you're the same
Am I closer
age,
to your kid's age or
Is there
your
anyone
age?
out there?
that's a good question.
Am I
Is
closer to
this
your
39 years old?
Am I closer to your kid's age or yours?
You might be like right down the middle.
I got to tell you, I'm so tired I confuse you with Stanzik.
He's also not your
Stanzik is
age.
the same age
not.
as me.
He is not. He's
the
40.
same age
I
as
just
me.
wished him a 40th birthday.
Fuentes is older than Mikey A.
Oh, okay. That's my guy.
What?
By 10 days.
Anyway, regardless.
You confuse them?
Yes. I thought Mikey A was Fuentes because usually it's Fuentes sitting right next to me,
What
not Mikey A.
are
Mikey
you
A's in
even
Connecticut somewhere.
talking about?
We're the same age. My
like that?
kids are 5 and 8.
Hey,
Oh, really?
I have a loser.
You have kids?
At my age?
You had them late, huh? In their 50s.
Indiana, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine we'd be talking about them
No.
as a football team in the
No.
college? I know. Are they going to make it if they lose to Ohio State?
Yes.
If they get blown out?
Yes.
Really? If they get blown out,
I
you think they're
think
going to make the playoffs?
I think the committee cannot get them out of there soon enough.
Yeah, I think they're looking. I think they're looking to get him out of there.
Wait, Mikey, I just want to
make
make
sure, like Iowa State. They wanted Iowa State out of there like real quick.
I want to be clear on something. You're telling me Indiana plays Ohio State. Ohio State beats them by 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
You think the committee after that, because that's the last thing they'll see from Indiana, is going to put them in the college football playoff?
I think if they lose to the number 2, 3 team, whatever they are, as opposed to, I mean, look what's happening around them. Like Miami lost to Georgia Tech.
Right.
Like you've got a whole bunch of teams that are losing much worse games and much more games. Alabama's could have 3 losses. LSU's got 3 losses.
Right,
Like,
but Alabama
Georgia just lost the second
But Alabama
game.
can have 3 losses. Indiana, I feel like I'm kind of
If their one loss is to the committee's number 2 team,
right. Yeah, but you're getting blown out in that loss. If it was a close game, I would agree with you. Because then the committee says to themselves, okay, they played Ohio State, but they only lost by 3 points late in the game. So
what if they lose by 2 touchdowns?
They're good enough to compete. Well, that's the interesting thing.
Yeah, so like
how close do they have to keep that game against Ohio State to make it to the playoff? I would say it would have to be like 7 points or less.
Then let me flip it on you.
All right.
What if Indiana beats Ohio State? Is Ohio State in?
Wow. What would Ohio State? How many losses would that be?
They'd have 2 losses.
Oregon and Indiana.
And Ohio, and they beat Michigan, right? So
yeah,
we're doing that. We're saying
Yeah,
that
but
beat
if-
Michigan.
Remember Ryan Day.
But hold on, if Indiana wins, do you bump them all the way up to like 3,
No.
2 or
No,
3?
you put them probably
I have them
5.
jump.
5.
I mean, right now the AP has them at 5, and it doesn't matter what the AP says, but still.
If Indiana beats Ohio State, then goes on to win the Big Ten championship, they will be a top 4. So they'll have a bye week.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. Right.
I mean, Tennessee is 8-1. They're going to play Georgia, who's got 2 losses. You know, Georgia loses.
By the way, speaking of which, big loser Georgia this week.
Yeah.
You were laughed at last week when you asked, could
I know.
almost beat Georgia.
Why was I laughed at? Like what? Like
because you ask kind of silly questions sometimes.
what? I was right.
Well, this time, yeah, but there's other
What
times.
was silly about Lucy or Goosey? Mississippi will beat Georgia at home.
Well, that sentence started, what was silly about Lucy or Goosey, and then you asked a question. So, like, the whole thing, I would say, was silly.
Listen, I'm not making enemies in Indiana the way Billy is.
Right.
I've tried to make amends, and again, I'm trying to be very complimentary of the situation.
Can I throw a bonus loser out while we have a minute?
Ooh,
Sure.
bonus loser.
The guy
love
who
a
got
bonus
kicked out of the sports book
that
yesterday
was
because he threw
unfortunate.
Billy a football when
I probably
Billy asked him to.
Billy, you asked for the football. I
Well-
mean,
While we were on live.
I think the thing that people don't
everyone was
realize-
saying, "Don't have him throw the football." You were like, "Throw me the football."
Well, I think that, okay, so
You even said Fuentes gave me the Matumbo. No.
I think here's the thing that
It's his
people don't.
go-to move,
Here's the
like
thing people don't realize if they were just watching at home on YouTube is that. So we were sitting on what appeared to be couches, but the way that the lighting was set up, we had like a canopy or something like right above our heads, and then there was like an arm that was holding it all up.
Right. Correct.
There was a very
Laptops,
small window.
drinks.
Yeah, camera equipment, lights. There's a lot of things there, bottles of things,
Yep.
and he was across the room.
He
It
was.
wasn't close.
A large room.
He was probably at least 45 to 50 feet away. No, more than that, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
He might have been like 75 feet away, and I asked him to throw this ball in a small window.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody said no.
Everyone,
Don't do it.
even I
Yeah.
said no.
Yeah.
Even me, I was like, "Billy, don't do that."
When you have a ball, I mean, what are you going to do?
right. Well, you got to throw it when you have a ball. You're
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then you get thrown out.
It did get him kicked out. I was told, in my defense, that he was warned not to throw that ball at some point earlier in the day.
Oh, is that how
which
you're
is
spinning
kind of
it?
which
Right.
is kind of crazy.
And
that
someone told me Mikey A was 50 earlier in the day.
No one told you that. It's kind of it is.
And I'd still be younger than you.
The idea,
We still wouldn't be the same age.
the idea that security saw that man and said, "Do not throw that ball," is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Even crazier is that he still threw the ball.
He's got guts, that kid.
Yeah, got some moxie. I like him.
It was a dart too.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jets should sign him.
A little low.
Jets. I hate them.
Yeah.
I am so tired of their act.
Eh.
Their act is losing. I'm tired of it. I'm thinking about becoming a fan of a new team. I've said that 17,000 times.
Let's try and figure that team out.
in my 38 years of life.
Hey, Stugotz, I have an idea. When we come back, we had some issues here when we were in Arizona where you were trying to give out some top 5 lists, and we didn't get through all of your top 5 lists.
Oh, that's right.
And some of them stopped in the middle because we had a situation where the bar was hearing some of them and then they weren't hearing others. So when we come back, Stugotz,
Yes.
Would you grace us with a top 5?
Of course I will, Billy.
All right, we'll be back.
Stugotz here for my friends over at Simply Safe. The holiday season is right around the corner. That means you're away more, and burglars know it. That means you need to protect your home. Right now, Simply Safe is giving exclusive early access to its Black Friday sale to Batard Show listeners. Simply Safe is the home security I trust to keep my home and family safe. Simply Safe is a new way to protect your home that stops intruders before they break into your home. Old school systems only take action once someone is already inside your home. That's too late. Simply Safe's Active Guard outdoor protection changes the game by preventing crime before it even happens. If someone's lurking around or acting suspiciously, those agents see them in real time, talk to them directly, set off your spotlight, and even call the police before they've had a chance to break in. Simply Safe is offering my listeners exclusive early access to their Black Friday sale. This week only, you can take 60% off any new system with a select professional monitoring plan. This is their best offer of the year. Head to simplysafe.com/DLB to claim your discount and make sure your home is safe this holiday season. Don't wait. This offer won't last long. Keep your home, your family, and your peace of mind protected with Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
God Bless Football is presented by Smirnoff, the world's #1 vodka. We do game days. Please drink responsibly. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Stugotz?
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've been with you all day today.
Yep.
And with Mikey all day today.
Mm-hmm.
We don't normally spend this much time together.
No.
I mean, we do at work, I guess, technically, but not like this. You know,
we should spend more time together, yeah.
Well, you know.
I'm good.
It's all right.
I mean, we're all the same age.
It's okay.
So much in common.
That is true. Stugotz, I teased it last segment.
You did.
We've been together all day today, but I have not privy to your top 5 list. You have a top 5 list today?
I have 2 of them.
2?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's the first one, Billy, okay? I think you'll enjoy this. Top 5 teams I didn't believe in last week that I'd now be shocked if they didn't make the Super Bowl.
Okay, hold on a second.
Wait a second.
What?
So last week
These
you
are the
didn't
top
believe in them.
5 teams that last week I didn't believe in them, and this week I'd be after seeing them play and seeing the results, I'd be shocked if those 5 teams didn't make the Super Bowl.
You're going to be shocked.
Well,
because only 2 teams make it.
I was going to say, they're not all going to make the Super Bowl. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Who are they?
Number 5, Arizona Cardinals. Pretty good.
Bird Gang. I don't know why. My only reason that I'm kind of why are they on this list is why you didn't believe in them last week, but you know.
I didn't, but
they haven't given up a touchdown since week 8.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched them. The only reason I watched them was because they were playing my team, the Jets, and we were in Arizona doing it.
They looked really impressive.
They're good.
Early in the season, and then they had like a little bit of like a slide, but they've looked good the last couple weeks.
Which is why I'd be shocked if they didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Same.
Our buddy Rollis' brother really has them playing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cardinals are good. They really are. Shocked if they don't make the Super Bowl. Number 4, the Steelers.
Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't believe in them last week.
You know what? I believe that they were a playoff team last week. I didn't believe they were a team that could go to the Super Bowl. And now I'd be shocked if they didn't go to the Super Bowl. How about that? Yeah. Wow. You guys agree, or what do you think?
I agree.
I mean, the Steelers are 7-2. It's 6-2. Wasn't convinced. 7-2. Convinced.
Yeah.
7-2 is different than 6-2.
That is, it is correct.
Number 3, the Eagles. The Eagles. Now, I need the fanfare. Where's the sound?
Well, that's going to be put in after,
Okay.
So you just pretend,
post-production. Okay.
Everybody just
something.
Exactly. Do you remember when the Steelers started out like 3-0? Like, wow, this team is unstoppable, and then they lost like 2 straight. And you're like, oh, I don't know about this team, and now they've won 4 straight.
You're coming around on the Steelers, aren't you?
I'm telling you, it's hard to say that they're not going to be good.
Yeah. All right, number 2, top 5 teams I didn't believe in a week ago that I now would be shocked if they didn't make the Super Bowl. The Chargers.
The Chargers?
The Chargers.
You think the Chargers are going to make the Super Bowl?
Jim Harbaugh.
Okay,
coach.
Here's a question.
Number 2 defense in the NFL. Defense wins championships.
Number 1 defense.
Look at Austin Eckler, huh? You had to choose between one
He
Super Bowl
chose correctly.
team. I would think that you'd think that the Commanders. I don't think the Commanders will be on this list because I think you believed in them last week.
This has been quite the roller coaster for Austin because at times I thought he chose correctly, and now that I'm thinking about it, he did it. I mean,
yeah.
It's Chargers, Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, you ready for number one?
Yeah.
Yep. You think you know what it is, huh?
I don't know what I don't know what anything you're going to say is.
The Vikings.
What?
Listen, that was a big win. They can win ugly, and that's what it takes to advance far in the playoffs. You got to be able to win and win ugly, and that's what the Vikings did against the Jaguars. How about that?
So that was an example of you need to win ugly, and they were able to win ugly.
Listen, they beat Mac Jones by 5 points. I mean,
what are you doing?
I'm giving you my top 5s. You spent the whole day with me. You didn't get them. You asked for them.
Okay.
You want my top 5 bad wins?
mistake.
What is this one?
Top 5 bad wins of the weekend.
Bad win.
Bad wins.
Bad wins.
Bad
okay.
wins.
What's a bad win?
Well, a bad win is winning a game that you shouldn't win.
Okay.
Because you want to improve your draft position, you know?
So quality loss.
Well, let me tell you something. Okay, number 5 on that list is the Carolina Panthers. That is a dreadful win. Congratulations to Bryce Young for winning back-to-back games.
Back-to-back.
2 weeks in a row, the victory formation for Bryce Young. Although he didn't have to do it this week because that game ended in overtime. Germany, we're sorry. Apologies.
He also didn't do anything to win that game in overtime.
What
do you mean,
He played okay. He did not play great.
In
Doesn't
overtime,
matter.
he didn't do anything.
It's a bad win.
He handed the ball off.
Come draft time, okay, Carolina's going to look at that win, and they're going to throw up all over themselves. We won what? They're selecting in front of us because we beat who? When? Why? Germany. All of it. Number 4.
It's a bad win.
It's a bad win. The New England Patriots. Terrible win. What a dreadful win. Seriously. They beat the Bears. May looks okay. Maybe. I don't know.
You think he looks good?
I think he has the potential to be good.
Patriots might be playing for second place in the division.
Oh, my God, I'm going to throw
Which
up.
is why it's a bad win. If you get to draft time and you have the Jets and Dolphins selecting ahead of you, you had a bad season.
I need to. You know what I need to do, Mikey? I need to say nothing because I'm just giving him outs on why this makes sense.
Listen,
just let him dig his own hole.
Yeah,
No,
I need to stop helping him out.
Just listen. Fuentes is nodding. He's agreeing with me over there. I want you to think about it. If you, okay, Billy, if you allow the Dolphins and the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers and Tua, okay, to have a better season than you, and you're the Patriots, who they need to fill all the gaps around
Have a worse
May.
season than you.
Yeah, you can't have it. You went into the season thinking we were going to be the worst team in the AFC East.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're anything short of that, bad year. You want a top pick?
Okay.
You don't agree?
What was that, number 4?
That was 4. Number 3 is the Saints. It's a bad win. It's a bad win. No need to win that game.
No need to
There's
win that
no
game.
need to win. Listen, if you want to have a better team, no need to win that game. By the way, sneaky resurgence flying under the radar. Alvin Kamara. He's good. He's having a year. He's a good fantasy player. Bad loss. Number 2, Vikings.
What?
Wait. What?
You can't beat Mac Jones by 5 points.
You just
You can't do it. I'm glad they can win ugly, but you can't win that ugly.
Wait a minute. That was an important. Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
That was important because it proved they could win ugly.
Yeah.
But not that ugly.
Not that ugly. Not to Mac Jones. I mean, you got to beat him by more than 5. You have to.
Ooh.
Terrible job.
Can I just? I know this was a segment ago.
Yeah.
Winners and losers.
Yeah.
I have a winner.
Okay.
You just reminded me.
I love this show. Go ahead.
MVS, 2 touchdowns,
Yeah,
109 yards.
Go big or go home,
It
man.
just got him off the scrap heap. He got cut. Honestly, I thought that he was going back to Kansas City.
Of course.
But then they
all
got
did.
DeAndre Hopkins, so they didn't need to
him
go.
anymore, right?
Yeah, I was
There's
shocked.
There's still a possibility, though.
It really
With
is.
MVS, there
Well,
really
the thing is
is.
when you get 109 yards and 2 touchdowns, you're not going to get cut again this season.
I know. No.
Really?
Billy,
You guys think he's
Billy.
going to get cut again this season?
There are only 2 types of games MVS has. There's that game, the game he
Well,
had
yeah,
yesterday,
no.
and then the other game where he has 0 catches for 0 yards.
Yeah.
On 2
and
targets.
6 targets or
6
something.
targets.
Yeah.
And a drop that will just rip your heart out. I mean,
Well, 6 of them in this case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right.
I have one more team.
What
Number
is this?
1, These are the worst wins.
Worst wins. Got it. Okay.
The Vikings. Shocked they wouldn't make the Super Bowl.
Vikings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bad win.
Number 2. Number 1, Kansas City Chiefs. It's a bad win.
Why?
You don't want to win on a
They
blocked
stay
field goal.
undefeated.
That's not sustainable, winning on blocked field goals every week. Okay? It's not sustainable. And listen, you want to get the losses out of your system. You want to do it now. You don't want to do it in January. You want to get the loss out of your system now. And that was a great opportunity for Kansas City to lose a game that they needed to lose, quite frankly.
I think I follow you on this one.
Really?
I think I
This
might be
is the one.
I think I might be following you on this.
Wait a second. No, I have to be the voice of reason.
If you're going to lose in November.
Yeah, he's right. Would you rather lose in November? Would you rather lose in late January, February? No, but you have to lose.
Why?
Because only one team ever has gone undefeated.
Only one.
If you were to ask the Patriots a couple years ago,
you wish you had
man, I
lost a
guess
regular-
over a decade ago at this point, but
Yes.
you can lose one in November,
It was
or
when
you
Stugotz and I
lose
were
the
in
Super
college.
Bowl. Yeah.
Sophomore year.
Which would you take? Now, they wouldn't pick the Super Bowl, I bet you, if they got another chance at it. You think they would? This guy thinks that they would choose to win the Super Bowl. What a ridiculous thing to say.
I mean, you would think he would know football.
I mean, what is
You would
this?
think.
I've been watching
What is
it for
he
60
doing?
years.
Jeez.
He thinks the Patriots would rather have a Super Bowl than a regular season loss.
You guys are trying to get me to argue with you, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
What do you mean?
Not
Mikey,
going to.
only one team in the history of the NFL has gone undefeated. Start to finish, won the Super Bowl. It was the Dolphins, 1972.
And it was like 4 games, basically. It was
if-
such a short season.
What we're telling you is the Chiefs are eventually going to lose, and yesterday was a great opportunity for that to happen, and they blew it.
Yeah. You get it?
I'm not going to argue with you.
You understand?
Nope. You're not drawing me in.
You don't get why
Nope.
it's important to
You're
lose
not.
early?
Nope. I'm just going to ignore that bait.
They chose not to.
They chose it.
They did.
So, I think
the guy who blocked that kick should be cut.
Listen, I think
What was he thinking?
should
Not about the big picture.
Should the Chiefs go on to not win the Super Bowl, I think everyone will be looking back at that win and say that was the turning point. That was the one. That was the loss.
That
and they
was
gave
the
it
win
away.
that kept us from winning. Yes.
Exactly right. That was the win that kept us from winning. Correct. Well put.
We're idiots. God bless football.
What?
Back after this.
Blinds.com is kicking off the savings early with Black Friday mega deals all month long. A Blinds.com design expert can help you make the perfect selection on your schedule. We can even handle everything from measure to your whole home installed for just one low cost. With over 25 million windows covered, Blinds.com is the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings. Get up to 45% off site-wide, plus premium doorbusters and a free professional measure. Now at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Stugotz, Mikey.
Yep.
I'm nervous.
Why?
Because it's about that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that time yet, but it's
Close.
about that time.
Right.
For Billy's Big Board Bets, brought to you by, we'll say Smirnoff today. But it's a Dolphins game, and I do not like picking Dolphins games.
Right. No one likes that.
Because I
Not Dolphin games. No one likes picking when their own team is playing.
No one
And
likes
you're-
picking-
And now you're forced to make picks.
no one likes picking Dolphins games either.
Right.
But like
That's
I don't Dolphins Rams. I don't know how I feel about this one, but I have to make some picks. We're not going to get to it just yet, but
Okay.
we're going to get to it soon. And I'm a little antsy. I'm a little antsy about the situation.
All right.
What's
Yeah.
the BBBBBB standings?
After yesterday, we are 27-13. But I'm afraid that with these picks, I'm going to be picking with my heart, not with my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I also
That's the danger when
Here-
you're
here's the
gambling
thing
on your
also,
team.
when you have also like a decent lead, you start getting a little reckless. You start saying, you know what?
Starting to feel good, right?
I can be a little silly today. And I
Right.
can make some silly picks.
I got some money to play with.
Exactly right. And that's
yes.
how you end up losing. So
Yes.
I need to be
Stay the course.
responsible.
Yes.
I needed to be betting with my head, not with my heart.
So you're saying you're the Chiefs. You should have taken the loss yesterday when you had the chance.
I had a loss yesterday, but it was because Breece Hall couldn't get 3 extra yards, but that's a whole
Some would
other
argue
story.
Michael Wilson couldn't get 3 extra yards.
That
No one would argue that. People would say Michael Wilson gave you as many yards as he could give
Career
you,
game.
which is like 44.
He gave me everything
20.
he could. He had like 20, but he gave me,
So what?
gave me everything he could.
He did. Mikey A and I told you when you made that bet, you need like 11 yards from him. He gave you 20.
Yeah.
He gave you everything he had.
So,
Left it all in the field.
guys,
Including
yesterday
his career.
was a big day. We
Yes.
finally got Trey Lance, which people have been saying, let's get Trey Lance out there. And
There was a clamoring for Trey Lance.
oh boy, did we learn right away that we didn't really want Trey Lance out there.
Yeah,
It
if
was
you
everything
wanted-
we thought it would be.
If you want to know why Trey Lance was traded away from the Niners and the Cowboys never play him, you found out yesterday. You got your answers.
We found out why Cooper
Yes.
Rush was starting that game, and
Yes.
he did not do well either.
Whoa, was he bad?
Oh, the Cowboys are in a bad
they were
spot.
terrible.
Cowboys
Cooper
are in a bad
Rush,
spot.
just to kind of, tell the audience here just how bad the Cowboys were yesterday. Cooper Rush was 13 of 23 for 45 yards.
Yeah, that's hard
That's
to do.
a 2-yard average.
That's hard to do.
Trey Lance was 4 of 6 for 21 yards.
That's 3
He
and a
brought the
half.
average up,
Almost double.
but he threw an interception.
Yeah.
They are bad.
Well, but here's the
Zach
thing.
was not joking on the sideline when he said, "We're effing bad."
Can I tell you something?
What?
Possible quality loss for them.
You're right.
You have CeeDee Lamb and you have
Yes.
Dak locked up.
QL.
You get a nice high pick.
You
Things
do.
could turn around quickly for the Cowboys in the coming years.
You're in the coming years. Jerry's only got a few left, Billy. Yeah.
You guys are the same age. Mikey, not you.
Jerry and I have been watching football together.
Should we start some big board bets?
Yeah, Billy, I want to point out, what was your record again?
27-13.
Okay, so I'm 41-24-2 on Stugotz. So I just want to point out to the audience that God Bless Football has been a source for you winning money. I am proud of what we have done with your bets and with my bets. I have not factored in this week yet into my record, but going into this past week, 41-24-2.
Okay.
So, okay?
Ready?
So you're giving us the BBBs right now.
Here's the first one.
This is very exciting. Dolphins and Rams tonight.
Devon Achane, over 104.5 rushing and receiving yards combined.
Right. That's not the it's not the same board. It's not big.
No, that one didn't get through TSA.
Right.
This is
it's a clipboard.
Billy's
I mean.
clipboard bets. BCBBBBB. Billy's clipboard bets brought to you by BCBBBB.
Binder bets?
I mean, who are you, Chris Sims now? I mean,
what do you want me to do? Take a giant board through security? Like, get out of here, guy.
Clipboard.
I don't see what
Ready?
the problem is.
Don't tell
Okay.
Sims I said that. Nobody.
Ready? The big dog? Ready?
You're a big ass. Go
That's
ahead.
fun. That's funny.
Yeah.
Like 4 people that were watching both things. All right, here's the next one, and this is where we start getting into trouble, friends.
All right.
Betting with your heart, not
Yeah.
with your head.
Oh,
I'm going
boy.
to take the Dolphins
Oh,
plus
no.
2.5.
Oh, no. Wait a
Plus
second.
2.5.
I just told you.
They're
I just told
due.
you my Stugotz
They're
picks.
due. Yeah,
I
they're
took
due.
the Rams, though.
Yeah, they're due. The Dolphins are due. They've played 2 good games that they should have won back to back, and they haven't. So I'm thinking things are going to break for the Dolphins here. Dolphins plus 2.5.
I'll tell you right now, that'd be a bad win.
It would be a bad win.
That'd be a bad
They'll
win.
look back
That
and
would
they'll say,
rocket
why
to
did we
the
win
top.
that game? Right.
Yeah.
Let the Rams have it. Who cares?
All right. Ready? Ready for this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous.
Okay.
I don't want to see it.
What is it?
I don't want to see it.
What is
Ready?
it?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Ready?
I don't know.
Jason Sanders over
no, you're
1.5
fraud.
field
No
goals.
way. You're
Over
funny.
1.5 field
You
goals
are
for
a
Jason
fraud.
Sanders.
You are Tebow Samuel.
Over 1.5 field goals for Jason
You're the
Sanders.
guy who threatens the kicker.
No.
I think it's going to be a big week for him. Over
That is
1.5.
Bull. Sorry
Whoa.
for cursing.
Hey.
How?
I don't know.
I hope Jason Sanders loses that bet for you.
I was thinking I should have done under 1.5 field goals, actively rooting for him to miss a field goal. But
Here's the thing. Jason Sanders, he can't win. Because if he hits the field goals, you're still going to keep an eye on Jason Sanders.
If you hit, well, look,
and if he loses, you're going to double down.
Hold on a second.
You're going to have 2 eyes on Jason Sanders.
for 10 weeks.
No. Hold on a second. Because if he gets 3 attempts and he misses 1, I still win. And I win the over 1.5.
Right, but what if they lose?
So
then I also win because I can blame him for the loss.
Your perfect day is him going 2 for 3.
Look, here's a perfect case scenario.
Genius pick by you.
Here's a perfect case scenario for all of these things to align and me to kind of have a ridiculous day. Dolphins lose by
1.
Dolphins lose by 1.
He's doing the math right now in his head.
Dolphins lose by 1.
Sanders goes missing 2 field goals.
No, he goes either 2 of 4 or 2 of 3.
Right.
So this covers.
So you're 2-1, but
they lose by 1, so they would have won had he made the field goal, and he still gets blamed.
So
Yeah,
that
means
was
you're
after
2-1.
Achan had 103.5 yards.
Right.
Yeah, receiving and passing combined.
He's saying best case scenario, like for him, he'd rather go 2-1 and be able to blame Jason Sanders.
I could go 3.
You could go 3-0.
I could go 3-0. The Dolphins can lose, and it can be Jason Sanders' fault.
So you're 3-0 and you still get to blame him. Oh my God, that's genius.
That's best case scenario.
That's next level.
I want them to win though, for the record. But if they lose, that's the way. That's the way to lose.
Why would you want them to win? You're not a fan of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
AFC team.
What happened to
what happened to Kansas City?
Whatever the hell it is.
What happened to Chiefs Kingdom?
No,
what
that's
happened
my
to
secondary.
Birdcage?
No,
Bear down.
Bird Gang. NFC. Bird Gang. Bear down. Also NFC. Yeah.
Chiefs Kingdom.
Well,
AFC.
I don't have people in the same division. Come on.
He's arriving at a place where he has too many takes. He's arriving at a place. I know that place. I'm very familiar with it.
What are we talking about here? I don't understand.
He's got dueling takes all over the place.
You guys just don't want me to be happy.
You
don't want me to be happy, it sounds like. I don't understand. Can't a man just root for teams to win?
You're only happy when Jason Sanders is unhappy.
No, that doesn't make me happy. That makes me unhappy. I want him to be happy. I want him to do well.
Right.
That's why I'm saying over 1.5. But if they lose, that's the way to lose.
Motivation, huh?
Yeah.
The BBBs.
That's what I'm, anyways.
Right, on a clipboard.
Hey, by the way, thanks to Smirnoff, the world's #1 vodka. Please drink responsibly for having us out here in DraftKings.
Yeah.
It's a fun time out here.
It was a very fun time. I'm shocked that Mikey A is not my age.
Yeah.
God bless football.
God bless football.
Howdy, folks. It's Mike. It's football season. It's November. The leaves are turning colors and the pads are popping. From defending your favorite team after a bad loss to obsessively checking your fantasy lineup, football fandom is bigger than just Sundays. Miller Lite knows the passion that comes with rooting for your team, like the debate that sparked way back in 1975. Great taste versus less filling. So, what's the best thing about the original light beer? Let it be both the great taste and the fact that it is less filling. Because Miller Lite keeps it simple. Undebatable quality, great taste, and only 96 calories. It's a beer that strips everything away that you don't need and holds on to what matters most. Holds on to it the way that you'd hold on to a football for ball security high and tight, or the way that you hold on to that beautiful white can on the outside. With the temperature dipping, you don't even need a koozie anymore. How sweet is that? Make your game time taste like Miller time. Tastes great and less filling. Let it be both. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/Dan. Or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.